Doreen 𝗏𝗏𝗧 is the
Dr. Doreen is an expert in autism.
Doreen 𝗏𝗏𝗧.
Dr. 𝗏𝗏𝗧.
Dr. Doreen 𝗏𝗏𝗧.
Dr. Doreen 𝗏𝗏𝗧 is a visionary in the field of autism. Now you can ask her questions on Ask Dr. Doreen. I want to move to 𝗔𝗕𝗀𝗃. Says, is it better to have your child with ASD and ABA therapy that is home-based or center-based? Which would be more effective?
Great question, 𝗔𝗂𝗃𝗃, because we actually did a study on this, or several studies, and we found that children tend to learn more in the center. Now, the reason, and we didn't really analyze the reason, we just did comparisons. We did several comparisons. First, we did a comparison of children who were receiving therapy in the centers versus children who were receiving therapy in their homes. And we saw that the children in the centers were learning almost twice as fast. And then we decided, okay, well, these are different children. So why don't we look at children who can receive half of their therapy at home and half of it at the center and see which environment they're learning faster. And again, we discovered they learn a lot faster in the centers. And obviously, you know, it comes to mind, the logical reason for that is that perhaps there's too much distraction at home, you know, there's noises, there's not a quiet space, parents might be coming in and out or other things, children, siblings, etc. On the other hand, it's also possible that there are too many distractions at a center, or you have therapists at the center who are not doing their job. I mean, I hate to say it, sometimes I have seen therapists, and instead of paying attention to the child and doing their job, they're, you know, on their phone or doing something else. So whichever location, as long as it is a environment that is good, so it's quiet, the child has all their stimuli, they have all their reinforcers, and you have a therapist who is actively engaged with the child, doing what they're supposed to be doing. And if they have questions, they have access to someone. So a lot of times a therapist might have questions and not have access to a supervisor. It doesn't matter. Even if they're in your home, they can always pick up the phone and call a supervisor. But as long as the environment is good, it doesn't really matter. That being said, a lot of the research showed that they learn faster in the centers. And I believe that's just has to do with those factors, you know, distraction and all of that.
Can I add 2 asterisks to that from my opinion? Because I love the center-based, and when I saw those first studies that came back, I was like, oh, because I didn't have the option of center-based. Right. But I think that one of the other benefits from the center-based is that parents get a break. That you know, when you're home and your child is home, you're not getting a break, but when your child goes to the center, you also get a break. And I think that that can be really helpful, but here's my asterisk. If you take your child to the center, you have to find the way to learn what it is that they're doing at the center. Up your parent training, ask if you can come in and observe, ask them to show you what it is that they're doing and make it your business to learn that. I think what a lot of parents do is they switch to center and go, oh my gosh, now I have a break, and they're thrilled with the break, as they should be, but then they miss out on what's happening. So don't miss out on what's happening. Learn what they know at the center. And the other thing is, what I've seen is that a lot of centers, they're like, we do therapy at the center, and so the child, there's no community outings, and some people get very rigid about that. Make sure that you're still getting community outings when it's appropriate. Your insurance will also pay for that, that your child needs to be other places doing what they're doing than just at the center. So those are my 2 things for parents to keep in mind. Do you want to comment on that, Dr. 𝗏𝗏𝗧?
No, I totally agree with you. Well said. That's really important.
Okay. Then moving on, Stephen has written in, good evening from South Africa. Don't forget, you can watch Ask Dr. Doreen live every Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. Pacific time. We hope to see you there.